And another episode of Passion Unscripted comes to life. It's me, Irina Portnova, with Dina Alexander. And today we are going to be talking about create synergy by balancing masculine drive and feminine flow. I just love that. Dina, you were the one to propose that topic. Tell us a little bit about it.
Irina, thank you for this session. I'm very grateful. You can't imagine. It's an opportunity for me to share with prospect clients what my clients are bringing to me. So this week, I had a lot of people that were driven by the masculine energy. And what is that? It's nothing bad. It's good. But what we have touched this title in the past. However, I would love this now to use this moment to go deeper. Why am I saying this? Because some maybe they can hear us talking about masculine energy and female energy, but how can you be in yourself and state at this moment I'm working from my masculine energy? We don't do that. We don't do that. We just look at everybody. She's working on with her masculine energy. He is too much in his feminine, and we are not looking at ourselves. So that's why I wanted to share my two clients of mine. One is a female and one is a male. Okay, the female comes in and she is confident, strong, stable, and but her intuitive side, her nurturing side, she fell in love, and she's like, is he really in love with me? What should I do? Am I giving too much? Am I nurturing too much? So that part is the female side. So what it sounds maybe dumb and simple, but that brought anxiety in a professional woman. She can work with her figures, with letters and contracts, but with the female side, the intuitive side, the nurturing side, she has problems. It gives her anxiety, and that, as a domino effect, can affect the mental health. So, sharing my first client with you, what comes up in your thoughts?
You know what comes up for me? It's like everybody needs a coach. And you know why? She's in her masculine. First of all, a lot of women are in their masculine because they do not have that man by them who can have them to step into that feminine, right? Because feminine, it's all about relaxed, it's all about enjoying the life to the fullest, it's all about just like being that beautiful light that ignites a man to do something amazing, right? And it like when a man has a woman next to them that is like really in her feminine, he can thrive so much career wise and in life and in love, right? So this is the first that comes to me, right? Like why a lot of women are in their masculine energy, and I also can relate to that. But I'm working on balancing, right, a lot of times. But the point is, that's the reason why, right? Because women have to feel secure, women have to feel safe when they know that there is a man who is a protector.
Yes.
And
Yes.
nowadays, unfortunately, a lot of men lack that qualities. I'm
Yes.
sorry, man, but that's the truth.
Yes.
So
Totally with
so
you.
mhm. So another thing that comes for me, like why is she so great with the with her career and job? Because you know what, when it comes to feelings is like always like that floating energy. you can never predict it. When you are at your work, you can predict your results based on the performance you're doing, based on all the goals you're putting together. Feelings, love is something very unpredictable. And people get very scary. Like it reminds me of the stock market. You can never predict it, right? So the same thing, right? Why do people do not gamble? Why do people do not invest? Because it's missing that piece of predictability. So the same goes for the relationship. If people do not see that predictability, if people are scared to ride the roller coaster of emotions, which I understand why, right? So no wonder she came to you and she was like, helpless. Because, like I said, this is something that emotions and the feelings is something that nobody can guarantee.
Amen. I love it. I love it. I mentioned the book already, Women Who Run with Wolves, from Pencola, Dr. Pencola. That's her name. In that book, something she made me aware about how we should see the fairy tales, for example. There is always a man and a female. And when I start my coaching program with my couples, and I tell them life in part with a partner is not like a fairy tale. I always start like that.
Mhm.
But since I've um, read that book, I've changed my way of thinking. The fairy tale is in you. You are for example, the name one of the Beauty and the Beast, for example.
Mhm.
I'm just mentioning one. You are the beauty and you are the beast. So you should take care, love, nurture that part of that ugly part, that strong part, that um, angry part, and the beast should also learn how to nurture that caring part, that creative part, that intuitive, the generous part. So it's a marriage in you. We shouldn't see and seek another person out there until you are totally in aligned with that female and masculine part in yourself. And I like that, because I take now the masculine that came to me, and he sent me a message, and he said, "Hey, I've heard about you. I've seen you on Google, and I was looking for an Arubian coach. I don't know if you can coach me, but I am so into women. I need to stop that. It's not helping me. I've lost good women because I cannot hold a relationship." So he came to me and he told me, "Look, if I don't get what I want, I just go to another woman. So I'm strong, I'm assertive, I'm goal driven, logical, confident. But I'm still unhappy."
Mhm.
So I
Right?
said, uh-huh. So, Dina, is that not good? I'm telling, no, it's a way of life. I'm not here to judge you, but
Mhm.
you're telling me you're still not happy. So I need to wake up the nurturing part, the generous part, the intuitive part, the grateful part, the caring part, which is the female part. So he said to me, "Then you're going to ask me to be vulnerable." And I said, "Yes, and that is powerful." He said,
Mhm.
I um I he can remember that he was vulnerable in a relationship, but he was hurt. He don't
Mhm.
want to be hurt anymore. So I told him,
Mhm.
"Look, life is like that. You need to have tools, because we all going to be hurt, and you should see that as a shadow work. That's how we
Mhm.
shouldn't be lying there and crying. Yeah, maybe we have feelings, but you need to learn to work on those shadows and continue with that's living, that's life. So that's why I asked you to let's talk about this, because it he thought he was doing okay. He was do that's the way a man should be, because I'm living in the Caribbean. The Latinos, the machos, they live like that. So no, for him to go back home and sit with this, because he's thinking now if he's going to be coached by me, he wants to be coached by me or not, because we had a discovery session. So I think he was going to start the coaching with me, but that's I'm that's all what I'm going to give him. I'll provide him tools to wake up that intuitive side, to wake up that nurturing side, that caring side that is dormant in him. So what comes up now in you?
You know what? What comes to me is like, you know what? No matter what type of coach you are, right? It's all about helping people to learn, to know about themselves, right? To learn themselves. And depends what area of life you want to improve. There is a specific coach for everything, right? And the most important thing is people have to make the decision for themselves. It's nobody's gonna make a decision for them. And another thing is like, like, you have to guarantee me. I guarantee you the results only if you are gonna be coachable and you're gonna be doing what I tell you what to do, right? Otherwise, you can't create the results. The
Coachable.
person has to be involved, right? Like, just remember, go back to college. Like, how can you pass the course? Only if you're going to be doing the studies, only if you're going to be passing the tests and etc., right?
Yes. Yes.
So sometimes do we all wanted to do it? Not always. Some subjects were, like, interested. Some subjects were like, just to pass. But the point is, we had to push ourselves. So the same thing when we talk about personal growth, like sexuality. It's not always just, like, fun and just everything is easy. We do face some challenges, but through these challenges we are growing. And I love how you pointed out, like, some people are too scared, right? They just actually, like, we have this expression, they blow on the cold water, because once they get burned, they are too scared to go into the experience. But the point is that as a human being, we are going to live through all different experiences, as well as through all the emotions, right? So the idea is not to be afraid, not to be scared, but accept it as the part of the journey, because understanding that the majority of our growth happens when we go through all these unfavorable situations, through these lessons, through these struggles, right? That's exactly when we tap into our potential and discover who we are. We discover our strengths, we discover our abilities, even though we thought that in the past we couldn't handle it, right? But when we present it with the situation, we have to handle it no matter how, right?
Yes, I love it. I love it what when you said coachable.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start there. With this same gentleman, I told him, look, the only thing that I had to test to see if he is coachable. And I, some people, what is coachable? Because a coach will not tell you what to do. Coachable for me means I'll provide you tools and I'll work with you and several tools, not only one thing for one issue. I'll provide several things for that particular issue. One should feel like this is my thing. If you go out there and you've paid me and you come back and it doesn't work, you're the same. then for me you're not coachable, because and then I'll go give you back your money, because I have a name to uphold, and no, that has nothing to do with me. I'm not taking it personal. um you need to choose, because it's a choice, if you want to stay where you are, or use this opportunity to go to the
To
next level.
evolve. Yes.
Mhm, mhm. And that's for me very important for people to know that, look, all of us has had coaches.
Mm-hmm. And we
One,
still have coaches.
yeah, yes, and if you've paid for it or if it was provided for you, um, um, without any cost, it's still a coach, because by using their strategies or their tools or their guidance, you have gone to the next level. So what I tell everybody, and I've heard you tell them also, when you invest consciously in a coach that clicks, the results will be faster, magical, and I think effective also, because you have the energy, you have exchange of energy through money, and you have the passion, you have the mindset, so everything is set for your success. You
And
should see it like that.
I have to add, and pain would be minimum, as opposed to when you're doing it. And, like, push is going to be much greater as you would push yourself. Because
Yeah.
when you have somebody by your side, that person is going to say, you know what? I do not believe your story, because what's the job of the coach? Do not believe into the story of the client, because guess what? The client lives their life the way they live it because they keep telling themselves the story.
Yeah.
And us as the coaches is to coach them and tweak the situation in a way that they can see like that blind spot, why they are on that repetitive cycle, why are they still going through the same patterns and not able to break through. That's exactly what our job is.
Yes, yes. And I may sound harsh, but I have a client that when she started with me, she was into a bad relationship. Then I told her, no, if you are going to continue with me, I need you to say goodbye to that relationship. So she wanted to continue with that relationship. So she went. She didn't stay with me. The island is very small. So I saw her, I think at the coffee shop, and I we spoke, and I asked her, how is everything? No, I'm not with that person anymore. I took your recommendation, and I terminated it. Yeah, that's good. So can
Mhm.
I start again with you? Yes, you can. Now the mom is sick and in terminal. She's in terminal stages.
Mhm.
And I was telling her, look, the universe is telling you, do you really want to continue? Because these
Mhm.
things happen right at the moment that you want to go to the next level. The universe is telling you, you can go to the next level with or without these situations, but
Exactly.
you don't
Exactly.
believe.
It's the test from the universe. And the universe tests you how serious you are about your decisions.
Yes, yes. So going back, masculine, feminine energy. For me, it's very important, even though scientifically it's not proven, that I cannot take them out and show you this is the female, this is a masculine. However, that for me, why I do believe this very much is because a lot of schools use these terminologies. That's how you call it, and I don't think these schools are they all fell from the sky. They have some um, good information backing them up for them to use these terminologies. So if you're hearing this, if you're listening to us, and You are working too much into your from your feminine energy, and you are not getting the results, then you should implement a little bit of confidence, a little bit of logical, a little bit of focus, a little bit of assertiveness, a goal or two, one or two goals in it. And if you are listening to us and you feel like you're too much into your masculine, so maybe you should acquire some tools for to wake up that intuitive side. Be more generous, be more nurturing, be creative. Use some tools to be more creative. Collaborative. That is a female quality also. Caring, receptive, and grateful. That is the a very powerful energy. Gratefulness, gratitude.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just wanted to wrap up and just to say that we all carry both energies. We all carry masculine and feminine. And our job is to actually be in balance. Because only when we have these energies in balance, then we feel peaceful, then we feel that we are living the life to the fullest. And that's exactly what we are mastering every day. So, anybody, if you want to reach out to Dina for any advice for consult, if you want to reach out to me for anything, we are always here, and we would love to know your comments. What do you think? What your stand on masculine drive and feminine flow? How does that work for you and for your life? We would love to hear what you think. And like I said, you do not have to agree with us. You could definitely disagree, but all we just want to know your point of view. All right. Thank you so much, Dina, and see everybody next time, next week.